Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Ben Whittaker, silver medalist at the Olympics, moves to 5 wins, no defeats, no draws, 4 KOs. He knocks out Italy's Stiven Dredhaj. Is that how you pronounce it? They did pronounce it during the commentary. I didn't. Anyway, one-way traffic, entire one-way traffic. Both these guys, orthodox fighters, 6'3", both of them, but there the similarity ended. Both very tall for the light heavyweight division, and you can't really say much about it. I mean, it's a fourth round knockout. Dredhaj, Stephen, whatever his name is, he moved in. He was trying his heart out. He really was. In the fourth round, he was moving forward like he'd always done. He got popped with the. Let me get this right now. I think it was a right hand that kept him honest as he was moving in. And then there was a snapshot left hook from Whittaker, which landed flush, put him flat on his back. And Mr. Dredhaj, Stiven Dredhaj, he weren't getting up from that. In the third round, he'd been over. That was for the first time. Whittaker could probably have finished it there and then, but spent too much time pissing about. The Italian guy had, blood coming out of his nose, his mouth. He was just way, way, way out of his depth. And he's a good, honest pro. Came in with 11 wins, 2 defeats and 1 draw. But he'd been stopped before, and Whittaker, is a special, special talent. I mean, there's no denying it. Very slick, very fast, extremely confident. Wants to beat Naseem Hamed, or a light heavyweight version of him. Showboats shamelessly and repeatedly and endlessly and boringly, in my opinion. But a lot of people seem to like that. I think it's bullshit, but a lot of people do like all that flash and dash. What I would say, if you do like it, is why do you like it? Because he's not fighting killers. He's fighting guys who are very clearly far less talented than he is. Now, if you can do that sort of thing against world-class opponents, like Hamed used to, that's a different thing. But when you're in the ring with the Stiven Dredhaj people, fighters of the world, I mean, probably a lot of people could do that. A lot of people could, look out the ring, could jab when they're not even looking at you, could wink at people at ringside, could do silly little dances. It means nothing unless you're in there with someone who is capable of taking your head off. Because anyone can humiliate an opponent who is leagues below them. And all of Ben Whittaker's opponents have been leagues below him. And the kid is extremely talented. I mean, very, very talented. I don't need to see that crap, If it's in a world title fight and he's in there against Artur Beterbiev or Dmitry Bivol and he's doing the same thing, yeah, okay, I'll be chuckling. But against people who are far, far lower than him in terms of natural talent, but who are trying their heart out, it just smacks to me of bullying, of classness, of crassness, of, in a sense, gutlessness, because you're doing it to someone that you can do it to. There's nothing courageous about that. It's just, I mean, this kid Whittaker is very, very talented. I mean, I like watching him box. I like watching him fight. But all this other stuff, to me, is just a lot of shit to me, to be honest with you. And I know some of you will like it. Younger people seem to like it. But again, someone like Naseem Hamed was doing this against, I don't know, let's think, some of the world title fights he had. He was, getting rid of Billy Hardy in 1 round, and who was it now? Kevin Kelly. I mean, Kevin Kelly had only been beaten once before. Hamed went over to New York and started, showboating in front of Kelly's hometown fans. You've got to have someone in the opposing corner for it to mean anything, for me personally. But you may disagree. There's no doubt. Ben Whittaker, I mean, he had some injuries this year. I think he's put those in the past. It's good to see. We want to see him back in the ring as soon as possible. And we want to see him being fast-tracked. I mean, 26 years old is nothing really. But you've got to... I want to see him really No, I'm not saying fight for a world title in his next fight or even his next 2 or 3 fights, but we want to see him fighting some very, very good guys who are going to take him rounds, who are going to ask him questions, and of course you're going to say, well, who? Who are you going to put him in with? Who's going to take him rounds? It's a good question. It's a good question. But there are other domestic level light heavies hanging around. Why not go the traditional route? Why not, build up a few domestic level fights against guys who are clearly, European level at least? Why not pick up the British title, Commonwealth? Why not go for the European? But this idea of him going from, C+ level fighters right up to world-class operators in one quantum leap, yeah, he's probably good enough to get away with that. But again, as we've said before so many times, there is no substitute for experience under the big lights. Yeah, he went to the Olympics, he got a silver medal. Sulked a bit when he didn't get the gold, but okay. He's probably used to the big lights. But if you have got a Bivol or a Beterbiev coming at you, it's a very, very different proposition from the level of opponents he's been facing. So I'd like to see him built up incrementally, quickly, but incrementally. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. What do you think of him? What do you think of him as a fighter, which is the most important thing? Do you like the showboating stuff? Maybe you disagree with me totally on that. Let me know your opinions. I'll be eager to read them and I'll answer them. And yeah, thanks for your time as always. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, the like button, hit that thumbs up thing as well. And spread the word about Joe's Son of Boxing. Much appreciated. Catch you later. Bye for now.